Welcome to The Score, the free epicenter of local high school sports. We've got it all, so don't miss out. Brace yourself for fierce competition, highlights, and unforgettable moments, all brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Also brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
Welcome to Messalonskee for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Messalonskee Eagles playing host to state champion and I would think heavy favorites in the KVAC area, the Lawrence Bulldogs. This one a big time, kind of the opposite of the boys game. Obviously, Messalonskee boys get the win against the Lawrence Bulldogs, enter in with big expectations for themselves. And for Lawrence, sky-high expectations, which is a testament to this team and this program, despite the fact that you, of course, lose someone as vital to the program as Hope Bouchard. But when you have Madeline Provost, who, of course, showed big-time flashes, Mike Violet, who cannot be with us for this game, is a huge fan of, has become close to that family. That's the type of player that can elevate a program coming in as a sophomore and was a factor, obviously. We're not streaming this. Apologies for that as we take this in a slightly unusual, different approach for this one. So for Lawrence, big expectations for Messalonskee. Obviously going to start with containing Madeline Provost. And on top of that, a team that has plenty of talent on the roster when it comes to, Ashley Shores is a player that Mike Violet talked a lot about last year. Didn't play a ton of varsity minutes, but expected to be a big-time contributor in the starting lineup for these Bulldogs. Starting lineup for Lawrence, Madeline Provost, Kaylee Elkins, Ashley Shores, Nadia Morrison, and rounding out the lineup, Lily Gray. And then for your Messalonskee Eagles, it is Sophia Ventimiglia, Ashley Mullen, Chloe Mishu, Kira Goldsmith, and lastly, Lexis Bain. Bain and Gray going to jump it off. That one controlled quickly down. Through some contact there. Tough layup for Ashley Mullen, and that one gets deflected out of bounds. Quick run and gun there from Messalonskee. And while they don't convert, ball goes out of bounds, so they're going to keep it here. Under the basket is Mullen. Tosses it into Bain at the free throw line. Looking for help, guarded by Gray. Skip pass over to the shoulder. That's Goldsmith. Now out is Mullen at the top of the key. Coming out to get it is Mishu. Mishu dribbles, calls out the orders. Over to Mullen on the left shoulder. That one taken away. Going the other way is Elkins. Elkins through some contact, draws the foul. No good, but she will go to the line to shoot shots. Chance to crack the goose egg first. I feel like a pin could drop in here. How quiet it got immediately after that foul. I think a little discussion on who drew the bump, perhaps. So the foul ultimately ruled on Sophia Ventimiglia. So Kaylee Elkins goes to the line here. 0-0, 24 seconds in. Up and rims around and in. Elkins with the first points of the season for the Bulldogs. Lines it up. That one rolls over the front, hits the back, and goes down. Elkins puts Lawrence up 2-0 from the free throw line. 2-2-1 zone press here from Lawrence. Skip pass over to Mullen. Now tries to throw it up for Ventimiglia, who races but cannot track it down. 2 turnovers for the Eagles. So Lawrence up 2-0, has forced 2 turnovers and now gets the ball back. Man-to-man zone here from Messalonskee. They're not going to guard the ball. Elkins going to handle it as Messalonskee falls off, steps across half court, handoff to Madeline Provost, standing on the Messalonskee logo. Dribbles it up, bounce pass there to Shore. Shore has to regather. That one's deflected and turned over by the Bulldogs. Mullins bounce pass out to Mishu. Mishu over the shoulder, that's Ventimiglia, surveys the defense. Coming out to get it is Goldsmith. Now they move over to Mishu on the left shoulder. Going to get a screen for Ventimiglia. Couldn't do anything with it. Now down into the corner. Knocked away there briefly. Had to regather there. Mishu couldn't handle it. Now it's got to get out of it. Out to the shoulder. Top of the key as Messalonskee moves it back. Mishu pops out. She's got it on the shoulder. Nothing doing here. She goes against Provost. Handoff there to Ventimiglia. Messalonskee just moving around the perimeter. Mishu now has it on the right shoulder. Looking for help from Mullen. Nothing doing there. Got to watch the 5 seconds. Now dribbles into the lane. Up there. A lot of contact, and she goes down hard, and I think hit her head on the court. That was, hate to hear that. She drove right into the forest, and they got her shot blocked. Drew the contact as there was a foul, and then as she went down, head bounced off the back of the court. Hopefully just one of those things where a little bit stunned more than anything. Both teams going to clear here while they attend to Mishu. Again, draws the foul but hits the court hard. I think she's going to have to go through, of course, the better safe than sorry concussion protocols. She sits up now, which we're glad to see. And she's going to finally get helped up and walk off, which is good to see. It's a little bit dazed, hopefully nothing more serious. So Mishu draws the foul, which goes against, for the Bulldogs, that is against Lily Gray, who ultimately they awarded it to. With Mishu subbing out, of course, with the injury, Lear Mayo is going to check in. And then she's going to take the free throws for the Messalonskee Eagles. So chance here for Messalonskee to tie this one up. Gather shot, that one off the side of the rim, no good. So Mayo lines up the second one. That one off the back of the rim, so both no good. Stays 2-0 Lawrence lead as that rebound's picked up. Provost dribbles across half court. Now up to the shoulder, loses her dribble. Pressured there by Ventimiglia, gets a little bit too aggressive, and that should be Ventimiglia's second. Almost just a little bit more than a minute and a half in, and now another starter's going to have to sit this one as Ventimiglia picks up her second foul. Not a good start for the Eagles. Inbounds there, Gray turns up off the backboard and in. Nice use of the glass. Get a timeout here. And Messalonskee coach going to take one, and we will step aside for a quick 30 as well. 4-0 Lawrence. Will be back with the rest of this one next on The Score. Four to nothing Lawrence here, just about under 2 minutes gone here in Tough start for the Bulldogs. Mishu drives into the paint, bounces off a defender. She falls down and hits the back of her head against the court. She goes out. Sophia Ventimiglia trying to go after a loose ball, picks up her second foul just a little over a minute and a half in. So 2 starters for Messalonskee already out. Get a timeout here from the coach. So now Messalonskee going to have to inbound against this 2-2-1 zone. Mullen handling stuck in the corner, guarded there by Shores. Now over to Mayo, who's coming up the side. She's cut off there by Gray. Nice pass up to Goldsmith, down low. Bain by herself, bounce pass, and that is blocked with some contact as well from Morrison. Down to Bain, spins in the lane, tough shot there, and I think Elkins got a piece of that. Now I think they're going to get Bain on a push afterwards. And they are, so that's 3rd foul already on the Messalonskee Eagles. Bain made a little bit of a frustration foul there as Lawrence bringing some physicality and challenging everything. Inbound into Shores, back to Provost, got a double team. Quick skip pass up to Elkins on the left shoulder, drives into the paint, stops. Gray, little 6-footer, in and out. Rebound tracked down by Mayo. 4-0 Lawrence, 5:37 here to go in the first. Mayo up to the shoulder, keeps her dribble. Guarded there by Elkins. A little confusion here now, crosses over, spin move into the paint, loses it off her foot. And they're going to say, no, side ref says no, off her leg. So that's another turnover from the Eagles. 3 them, 1 Bulldogs. 2.5 gone, 4-0 Lawrence on top. Inbound into Gray, gets it back to Provost. Provost guarded by Mayo, reaches, now Provost turns on the Jets. Quickly up to the 3-point line, spins there, keeps her dribble. She'll take the tough 3 and misses everything. Tough shot there trying to shoot over Mayo. That goes out of bounds, so Messalonskee will keep it. Bain restarts a little bit too quickly. Can't honestly blame her there when you got this pressure. 2-2-1 zone from the Bulldogs. Mullen in the corner. To Mayo, that one slips through your hand. Another turnover into Provost. Goes up and easily lays that one in. She's got 2, 6-0. Bulldogs on top. 4 turnovers for the Eagles. Mullen now gets it over to the left corner. Skip pass over to Mayo in the right corner. Dribbles up, cut off there. Thrown in there, knocked out of bounds by Elkins, but that's Ella Hansen in for the first time for Messalonskee. But they are able to get it into the front court. Mayo into Mullen. Mullen at the timeline. Centers up here and calls the offense. Drifts over to her left. A little bit of confusion here. Mayo over on the shoulder. Crossover there, steps into the paint. Gathers, throws it. Goldsmith, deep 2, in. Goldsmith, first bucket for the Eagles. 6-2 Lawrence on top. 4:31 to go in this first. Provost into the front court. Gets a screen there, drops it off into the paint. Little regather, high off the glass. Gets a friendly bounce, and Gray puts that in. She's got 4. Nice little screen and roll there. Mullen's got it, pressured by Provost. Now dribbles. Works along her own baseline there. That one tipped. Mayo are able to gather. Gets up to the timeline. Wild pass. That one intercepted by Gray. Provost, easy breakaway layup and in. And that's 4 for her, and we're going to get a timeout for Messalonskee. 10-2 Bulldogs on top with 4:02 here to go in the first. And they are doing it with pressure, and a pressure. 5 turnovers for the Eagles here early in the first. And also for the Eagles, got a feel to a certain extent. First game of the season, trying to find your way, trying to figure out exactly who you are and how you're going to go about this. Keith Jaresby, the coach. And then you lose Chloe Mishu after she hits her head against the court. Hopefully she's okay. She's been examined in the locker room. And then Sophia Ventimiglia picks up 2 fouls a minute and a half into the game. So all of a sudden, 2 of your 5 starters are out less than 2 minutes into the first quarter when you're playing a team favored to make a deep run yet again this year. 10-2 Lawrence as they break the timeout here. Ella Minahan in for the first time for Lawrence. Mayo gets it into Mullen. Mullen stands in her corner, looking for help. Got to watch the 5-second call. Now dribbles. Crossover there. Minahan falls off, so Messalonskee moves into the front court. Mullen dribbles down the paint. Gather, tough shot up off the glass and in. Get a reach there, and it goes high off the glass as Mullen puts that one in. Her first 2 points, cuts it to 10-4, and a chance to cut it to 5 with 3:47 here to go in the first. That foul goes against Minahan. That one up and in. Give her 3 and make it 10-5 Bulldogs. Quickly down the other way. Bain challenges that one. No good as Elkins able to quickly go up high with the muscle and bankboard that one in 12-5. Mullen gets that to Goldsmith. Smith skip pass, but that's picked off by Elkins. Elkins throws it Provost in the corner. 3 on the way. Off the backboard, off the front rim and open over the backboard. That a great look for Provost, who I assume is not going to get a ton of those looks this season. Everybody knows about her. And that one she just left short. Mullen working the corner again, guarded by Minahan. Trap waiting. Now she gets to center. High pass. Mayo gets it off half court. That pass deflected. And they're going to say off Elkins as she tried to cut off Hansen there. Another sub here for the Eagles as Goldsmith's going to sit down, checking in Annabelle Hanscom. In for Lawrence. Morrison sits down and checking in for the first time is Peyton Cole for the Bulldogs. Far sideline, Mullen gets it into Mayo. Got to be careful of that pivot foot. That one deflected, stolen. Provost couldn't quite save it. Nearly threw that one behind the back, but couldn't quite track it down on the near sideline. So a deflection that's going to stay with Messalonskee as the ball moves into their backcourt. 12-5 Bulldogs on top. 3:08 here to go in the first. Mayo goes in the backcourt to Mullen. Back into the free throw line. She draws the trap. High pass there. That's deflected. Lawrence comes up with another turnover. Minahan high off the glass, too strong. Provost fights for the offensive rebound. Gets it. That's deflected, and they're going to say off of her. So Messalonskee gets a break there as Minahan, I think, just kind of forced that one a little bit too much. Goes too strong high off the glass. That one deflected. Another turnover and a foul as well. Cole ends up picking that one off. Already 8 turnovers for Messalonskee. And then to add insult to injury, after the turnover, you get a push from Hanscom. So Lawrence ball up 7 already. Minahan's going to inbound near sideline. Gets it into Cole. Cole down to Morrison. Turns off the grass. Gray leaves that one short. Rebound Messalonskee deflected. Stolen by Provost. Back to Gray. Turns up through contact and in. Gray's got 6. Lawrence has got a 14-5 lead. 2:37 here to go in the first. Mullen draws the trap now. Bounce pass to Mayau. Loses control of the ball. Able to regather there. She sets up on the right shoulder. That one a Mullen dangerous pass there. Provost standing right there. Mullen drives into the paint, gathers, runs right into Gray. That one gets deflected, though, to Bain, who is able to clean it up and put it in. 14-7 Lawrence. Provost inbounds now. Skip pass. Elkins running way ahead of everyone. Up off the glass and in. Elkins caught the defense sleeping, and she makes it 16-7 Lawrence. Mullen gets it into the far corner. Over to Mayo. High rainbow pass, but nobody there, so Hanscom able to easily grab it. Now over the corner. That's Hanscom. Now back to Hansen. Hansen over to Mayo. She stands at the shoulder waiting for a screen, denied there by Cole. Dribbles in, that one deflected. A lot of traffic there. Collision, no call, into the corner. Hanscom bounce past Mayo on the left shoulder. Now Messalonskee moves it out, looking to set up the offense. And there's Hansen. Hansen bounce pass. Elkins got a piece of it now. Elkins takes it away. Another turnover for the Eagles. She's got Provost with her. Bounce pass up. Provost up and in. Defense turning to offense for the Lawrence Bulldogs. 9 first quarter turnovers already for Messalonskee, and it's an 18-7 deficit for the Eagles. High pass. Playing like a 500 ball deflected, and Elkins with another steal. 10 turnovers for the Eagles as we tick to a minute left. Into the corner. Minahan throws it to Gray. She's double teamed. Nice bounce pass there. She finds Provost, who leaves it short off the rim. Rebound picked up by Mayo. Pushing down the far sideline. Stops there. Close to that sideline. Got to be careful. Pass down to Bain. Skip pass over to Mullen on the left shoulder. She'll let the 3 fly. And that one goes hard off the front of the hoop. Gets stuck up onto the top of the backboard. So they'll have to track that one down. Subbing in. Pellerin in for Lawrence, and Ashley Shores back in as Gray sits down for the first time and Elkins sits down. And then in for Messalonskee for the first time, that is Sophia DeRoseby and Madison Wills checking in for the first time. So deep in the bench already for both teams. They're going to switch to the backup basketball, but they're going to go find the pole to knock that one down. Gives us an opportunity to say that high school basketball on the score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College, more than a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Also, thank you to 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. 18-7, Lawrence on top here. 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter as we've got a little bit of a ball issue. Normally, you use the cheerleaders and lift them up to knock it down. Haven't seen that yet. I want to thank U.S. Cellular as well for our data, making, of course, any kind of streaming possible. Okay, now I blame the coaching staff. At some point, you know you're going to need that pole. I think you'd rather have it on handy, but it is the first game of the season for them as well. Make sure you find us on the score, centralmainesports.com. Central Maine Sports on YouTube, of course. Find all the archived action, score lights, spotlights, our plays of the game. AD Foy, Mr. Foy finds the pole, finds the ladder, so he'll take a crack at knocking this down. Hey, he saves the game. Sports on the score, also brought to you by PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it all. All right, reset for you here. 40 seconds here to go in the first. Lawrence on top, 18-7, their ball. Provost inbounds, gets it into Minihan, now gets it back. Pressure falls off, so she steps across half court, waiting for his Drosby. Gets a screen there, stops to the shoulder, nice drop off. Shores easily goes unimpeded to the basket and puts it in for two. 20-7 Bulldogs. Handling the ball now, Hansen for the first time in that backcourt. Skip pass, got to watch the over and back there. Able to push through the contact as Will. She gets the shoulder, picks up her dribble. Now Hansen handling it about the timeline, setting up the offense, 10 seconds left. Hansen over to Wills on the shoulder, looking for some coming off a screen, gets it to Hascom. 4, 3, 2, deflected pass. Provost gets it through contact. She's going to run out of time before she can get that up. And that is how the first quarter comes to an end. 20-7, Lawrence in control, forcing turnovers and scoring. They take the lead, and we will be back with the second quarter after this on the score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
After one, 20-7, Lawrence, we're back here in Oakland. Lawrence Bulldogs on top for Messalonskee. They crack the huddle here first. Provost, who has not set yet. Minihan and I believe that's Shores. Yes, Shores out there, joined by Peyton Cole. And then inbounding, standing behind the ref. I missed her. Taylor Pellerin doing the inbounding for Lawrence. So that's their 5 to start the second quarter. They're going to have the ball. They're up 20-7. For Messalonskee, it is Goldsmith, Bain, Mullen, Drosby, and Wills. Provost handles here, brings it all the way to the near side, gets to the center there, handoff with a head of steam, pop out to Cole, shoulder 3, that one short. Drosby tracks that one down. Rebound means no set pressure here from Lawrence. 20-7 Bulldog lead. Drosby skips it down to the corner to Wills. Bounce into Bain. She's got Provost on there. A little bit of size mismatch. She tries to turn around, gets tied up there. Jump ball. Nice job by Cole coming down to help out Provost. Ball stays here with Messalonskee, but a heads-up play there. Mullen going to inbound to the right of her basket. Throws it up to Bain. Catches about the free throw line. Deflected away there. Knocked. And Minahan able to save it. Another turnover for the Eagles. Cole gets it. Now handed back off to Shores. Provost has it. Rifles that one down, deflected, A little bit too strong. Got a piece of it, did Wills, but ultimately I think off Minahan's hand, so Lawrence turnover just their third. Mullen inbound, now over to Wills. Goldsmith comes, gets timeline, skips it up to Roseby. A 2-on-1 if they go fast. Roseby up through contact, blocked by Provost. Provost has Minahan, skips it to her. She gathers up here through contact and lays it in. Nice job there by Provost, keeping her head up. That makes it 22-7, a minute gone here in the second quarter. Lawrence on top. Mullen has to track that one down, able to do so before it goes out of bounds. Steps in the front court at the three-point line, now at the free throw line. Picks up a dribble out to Roseby. Now Wills has it. That one poked away for a second there by Provost. Now she drives into the paint, stops, up and under, shot high off the glass, no good. Still loose. Bain muscles it up. After stealing down that offensive rebound, she's got 4. And now it is 22-9, Lawrence on top. Provost brings it to the front court, stops three-point line, shorts free throw line, hands it off there through the contact. Bain got a piece of it. That one's loose, no whistle, and it just goes out of bounds. Messalonskee a little bit lackluster there. Gray, Morrison, and Elkins check in as Cole. Provost sits down for the first time in Minahan. Wholesale substitutions over for the Eagles as well. Into Gray, up through contact. Bain, another block. Bain doing her work on the defensive end. A little bit of a regather there. Mayo lost her footing. Tough pass to Roseby. Finally gathers out near the timeline. Now Goldsmith has it. She's pressured there by Morrison. Gives it up. Standing on the timeline is Mullen. Now she dribbles. Waiting for a screen. Mayo comes and gets it. Can't do anything with it. Skip pass over. Trying to find Bain, but she's being fronted. Now a drive here through contact, through the gather, up, but draws the foul. Does Goldsmith. Just making tons and tons of work to get anything going. Pellerin is the picks up the foul for the Bulldogs. Sends Goldsmith to the line, and she knocks that first one down. Her first point of the game with a second one coming. That one too strong. Pinballs around, finally tracked down by Pellerin. So she splits the pair, makes it 22-10. Lawrence, wide open three for sure. She takes it as everybody goes by. That one's strong. Rebound stolen away by Morrison and put up and in. Mayo able to break that quickly. They get in the front court. Picks up a dribble in the corner to Roseby. Nice shot fake. Gets cut off there. Mullen handling it. Now she's going to give it to Mayo. Looking for some help. Roseby comes out and gets it. A few feet behind. Looks for a bounce pass inside. Can't do anything with it. Now dribbles to the top of the key. Crosses back over against Morrison, and they're going to get, I think, Morrison there for a little bit of a push. Yep, Morrison is the foul. Substitutions here for the Eagles. Goldsmith and Roseby sit down, checking in. Sophia Ventimiglia back in. She's got 2. And then Ella Hansen back in, the freshman for the Eagles. 5:05 here to go in the second, 24-10. Lawrence on top, Messalonskee ball. Bounce pass there, blocked by Shores, and that is a travel. She goes up. Nice defensive play by Shores. Another turnover by the Eagles. 12 already for Messo. Elkins inballs to Shores, back to Elkins. She's going to handle ball handling with Provost sitting on the bench, but she checks in, or she heads to the scores table. She's pressured there, able to get it to Gray. Shores there on the cut. They're going to get a reach here. I think that's against Mullen. Yep, Mullen is going to pick up the foul. Pellerin takes a seat. Provost checks back in. She's going to handle the inbounding to the left of her own basket. 24-10, Lawrence on top. High pass out near the three-point line, and that Gray tried to go right back to her, but standing there was Mullen. Turnover on the Bulldogs. Mullen on the shoulder, bounce pass down low. Ventimiglia thought about it, now tries to bounce over to Bain, and that one turned her way. I think the presence of Gray made her stop with that one. Quick rifle from Provost to Gray. Too strong, gets the offensive rebound, up off the glass and in. Gray's got 8. That makes it a 16-point lead, 26-10. Ventimiglia gets it, spins through some contact. Dribbles into the free throw line, kicks it out, 3 on the way. Over everything, Bain catches that. She's going to draw the foul, and that could be 2 on Gray. Three-pointer came from Hansen. Too strong on that one. But Maine does a nice job grabbing another offensive rebound as that is the second foul on Gray. She's got 2 here with 4:20 to go. That one off the inside of the rim, so no good there. Messalonskee 2 for now 7. As that one's missed, fighting for the rebound. Mayer was able to track that one down. Big board. Gets it over to Ventimiglia, skip past the Mullen. Mullen's going to let the shoulder 3 go. In and out. Gray tracks down the rebound, then deflected by Ventimiglia, but finds its way into the hands of Provost. Gets it over to Elkins quickly. She goes up off the glass from a tough angle. She's got 8. 28-10, halfway through this second quarter. Lawrence on top. Skipped up to Ventimiglia, a little bit lackadaisical. Elkins couldn't regather, though, so it's off first. Going to stay with the Eagles. Mullen going to inbound in the front court here. Ventimiglia's going to come out and get it near the timeline. Ventimiglia looking for someone to call the screen. She gets it over to Hanson, but Hanson backs out. She's got Morrison on her. Mayo comes out to get it. Now she's looking for someone. Bain's going to come out to the three-point line. Mayo boxed up against Elkins. Nothing doing there. Pressured by Gray. Now Bain stops free throw line. Gets it to Mullen. Dribbles it off her foot. I think that's the right call. Shores, I think, had a hand in there, but ultimately it went off Mullen's foot, and when she gathers, it's an over the back. 4 second quarter turnovers for Messalonskee, 14 on the game. Just 4 total for Lawrence. And Lawrence now gets it under their own basket. Elkins going to do the inbounding. Looking for Shores on the cut. Finds Gray backside. Bain fell asleep there, got caught, I think, in the wash a little bit. And Gray puts that one in. She's now into double figures with 10. Mullen going a nice job going through Morrison. Stops at the shoulder. Hanson shot fake. Nothing doing there. Elkins guarding her. Now back out to Mullen. Messalonskee moves it along the perimeter. Bain comes out to the three-point line to get the ball. Looking for Ventimiglia. Nothing doing there. Got to watch the 5-second count now. She's pressured by Gray. Got a dribble. Now picks up her dribble again. And she's going to get bailed out here as Morrison, I think, gets a little bit too aggressive. That foul goes against Morrison. Bain's going to take a seat, checking in. 13, I don't have my varsity. JV, I've got Addie Hafford, so I'm going to go with that. Tie up there. Elkins rips that away from Ventimiglia. She's able to regather. Another turnover by the Eagles. Drops off to Shores. Thinks about the 3. Set skip pass. Provost, shoulder 3 on the way. In. Provost not going to get a ton of open looks, I think, throughout the season, so she's going to have to bury the ones she wants. Shores knocks out of bounds. It's going to stay with Messalonskee. That makes it a 33-10 lead for Lawrence, up 23 with 2:39 here to go. Hanson inbounds to Mullen. Bounce pass back to Hanson. Skip pass to Roseby. Wasn't ready for it, but a nice catch there. That one deflected. Hanson's got to pick it up. They got to get it out of the backcourt. Mullen's got it. Hasn't stepped across half court. Now finally does to stop the count. Messalonskee sets up the offense. Roseby comes out to get it at the timeline. Over Mayo. Want everybody to move. The confusion, I think, a little bit with the offense. Hanson comes and gets it at the left shoulder. Gets a second. There's Provost. Gets too aggressive. Skip pass to Roseby. Long two. Short. That one bounced around. Elkins finally comes down with a rebound. She's got her head up looking at Shores. Instead, she slows it down and going to hand off to Provost as they step across half court. Provost against Roseby. Over to Elkins. Elkins down low to Gray. Gray turns through the contact, up and in. Just too strong. She's got 12. Mullen gets the inbound. Dribbles into the trap. High rainbow to Hanson. Hanson's got Hafford down low. Now goes to her. That one up and blocked. Gray, nice recovery there. Hanson needs to get that one there a little bit quicker. Morrison takes a seat. Shores takes a seat. Cole checks back in along with Minahan for the Bulldogs. 35-10, 1:40 here to go in the first half. And then Mayo standing at the free throw line, looking for someone to cut under the hoop. Can't find it now. She lowers her shoulder. High pass out to Roseby. Gets Provost up in the air. Long 2 on the way. Misses everything. That one going to be off of Gray. She was fighting with Hafford there for the rebound, but Gray touches it last. Shores quickly back in. Now Gray's going to take a seat. And I think that one just realizing the foul count there, because Gray does have 2 for the Bulldogs. Messalonskee keeps the ball. 1:28 here to go in the first half. It's 35-10 Lawrence. Roseby's going to inbound. Bounce pass to Hafford. Can't control it. Gets deflected there. We're going to get a tie-up, and that is going to go the Bulldogs' way. Nice play there by Cole, able to take a swipe at that late pass and then to hit the deck to gather that up. Provost inbound. Gets it in the short. Shores up to Elkins. She's pushing to the free throw line. Tough off the glass. Through the contact. No good. But she's able to draw the whistle. And that one goes against DeRoseby, her first. But in the act of shooting, so Elkins will go to the line with 1:21 here to go in the second. Chance to extend this lead. First one off the side of the rim, no good. Elkins has 8, Provost 9, and leading the way is Gray with 12. Leading scorer for the Eagles is Goldsmith. She's got 5. Second one on the way. Elkins too strong there, and Messalonskee comes down with a rebound. Mayo handles it on the right shoulder. Looking down low, nothing there now to Mullen at the timeline. She's going to back up to the half-court logo. Run some wash action underneath. Nothing comes open. Still looking for help. DeRoseby comes out to get it around the shoulder. She's guarded by Minahan. DeRoseby ball fake there. Now tries to turn the corner. Can't. Bounce past the Mullen. Drives baseline. Through the contact and just over the rim there. A nice job as they're going to get, I think, Shores for the arm bar. Shores picks up her first foul. Clock stops with 48 seconds left. As Mullen puts that one up and in. Mullen 2 for 2 from the line now with 4 points. Mayo sits down, checking back in for the Eagles is Goldsmith. That one rims in and out. Announcers jinx alive and well. Lawrence tracks it down now, quickly pushes the other way. Minahan tries to get it to Shores, who caught, somebody got a deflection, caught a lot of contact. And then we're going to get, I think, a 3-second, that one on Elkins, I think, camping out there. So turnover on the Bulldogs, just their 5th total, 5 in just this quarter for Messalonskee. 35 seconds left to go in the half. Mullen steps to the timeline. Bounce pass over to Hansen. Hansen looking for some help. Goldsmith comes out on the left shoulder, guarded by Elkins. Coming off a curl, there's Hafford. Hafford looking for Hansen. Now gives it up to Roseby's got an open 3. She'll take it over Provost and puts it in. First three-pointer made by Messalonskee, and they needed it. 10 seconds, quickly the other way. Now Provost gathers up. 7 seconds. She's going to center back up at the timeline. Gets a screen, stops, tough 3, just short. Hafford grabs the rebound, and that is how the first half will come to a close. 35-14, defense leading to offense for Lawrence and getting contribution from several players. They take a 21-point lead into half.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts. So your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Halftime here in Oakland with Lawrence in firm control. Defense turning into offense for the Bulldogs, who look primed to make another run and have looked sharp for their season opener here on the road against Messalonskee. 35-14 the lead. A big part of it turnovers. Messalonskee 14 total points, 15 total turnovers. Real quick before I continue the numbers, of course, halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. Serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations, your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Also want to thank Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. 15 first-half turnovers for Messalonskee, 10 in the first quarter, which allowed Lawrence to build out that 20-7 lead. 5 just for the Bulldogs. And contributions from all over the place. Of course, a lot of publicity going to be paid to Madeline Provost, who showed star power glimpses last year as a true freshman on a team. Was able to win state, and that's not going to change. But this roster was very deep last year for Lawrence, even losing the talent they did. Very deep again this year. Leading scorer on the game is actually Lily Gray. She's got 12. She's the only player into double figures. Provost has 9. Elkins has 8. There's your leading scorers for the game. For Messalonskee, only 4 players have scored. They're led by Goldsmith, who's got 5. And just struggling to find offense, everything tough. Free throw line rough for them as well. Only 3 for 7 on the day. So even when they've got to the free throw line, struggling to do that. Lawrence has been okay as well. They're just 2 for 4. All 4 of those shots coming from Elkins. But again, for Lawrence, they're showing pressure. I think you see the comfort in their depth. They've got a nice blend of size. They've got a nice blend of talent. And they're comfortable with several different ball handlers pushing the ball. I think you'd see on those dribble drives really comfortable in the offense as well. But it helps when you're able to turn defense into offense. Layup's one of those easiest baskets you can make, so when you're able to get a wide open one, that'll work. So halftime here, of course, brought to you by Hammond Lumber in Oakland. Lawrence finds himself comfortably in control as they get ready to start the second half. 35-14. We'll have the second half for you coming up next on The Score.
Comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Do you struggle to open or close your windows? Are they drafty or leaky? Are you constantly adjusting your thermostat only to have your energy bill skyrocket? If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
We get ready to start the third quarter here. Lawrence firmly in control on the road in the season opener, 35-14 on top of the Eagles, and doing so with contributions from, well, their defense most of all, forcing 15 first-half turnovers. But Gray leads the way. She's got 12 for the Bulldogs. Provost has 9, and then Elkins has 8. They start the second half here. Morrison, Gray, Provost, Shores, and Elkins, so they're going to start with their starters. Hopefully for Messalonskee, couldn't see during halftime, and I imagine it was a pretty tough bump on the head. Mishu hit her head. Was originally started, no return. I haven't seen her on the bench. I take that back. I think she's in warm-up, so we hope she's okay. They're going to come out. Messalonskee's going to start with the ball. Mullen inbounding. Ventimiglia, Mayo, who came in for Mishu, Bain, and then Goldsmith. Ventimiglia handles now here at the timeline. Goldsmith had an opportunity there against Morrison, not going to take that three, looking for a cutter, nothing doing there. Now she's going to drive right side into the paint. Tough shot through contact, nothing there. Provost right there to clean up the rebound. Skip pass out to Elkins. She catches, puts the break, stops, pops the jumper, too strong. Right there, Shores cleans it up and puts it in. This Lawrence team plays at breakneck speed and knows where they need to be. They pile on 2 more points, 37-14, Bulldogs on top. Mullen gets it over, that one through Goldsmith's hands, able to save it down in the far corner. Bounce pass out to Ventimiglia, handling at the right shoulder, skips it over to Mayo. Looking for a cutter, down to Bain, matched up against Gray. Double team comes, deflected, Mullen able to save it. Wide open there, that one on the way from Ventimiglia, and she splashes it. That is just 2. Just 2. Her foot on the line, but 2 points nonetheless. Quickly down the other way, Shores got it in the corner, drops it off Gray, up, leaves that one short, gets her own rebound and puts it in. She's got 14. Lawrence moves at breakneck pace. They're going to run people out of the gym all season. They're up 37-16 here, just over a minute gone. Mullen handles at the timeline, guarded by Shores. Bounce pass to Goldsmith just inside the three-point line, looking for help. Screen gets denied, looks for a cutter backdoor, nothing there. Got to watch the 5-second count. That one bounced to Ventimiglia, turns on Elkins, has to give it up. Mayo handles from the shoulder. Keeps her dribble. Skips it over to Mullen. Mayo cuts, that one deflected by Elkins into the hand of Morrison, another Eagles turnover. Elkins got it, over to Shores by herself. Githers drabbles that one up, and Bain whacks her on her way to the basket, and that is a foul on Lexis Bain. That is her second, and should be shots here for Elkins. Excuse me, Shores. Sure, Elkins. Shores goes to the line here. Splashes that one. Sign of a good team. Can he hit the freebies? Shores had 2 in the first half. Already got 3 here. The second one on the way. Splashes that one. So give her 4 quick third quarter points and make it a, I think, 41-16 lead. Scoreboard malfunction here. Mullen bounce back to Goldsmith, who has to track it down. Lexis Bain comes out to get it from the shoulder. Lexis Bain looking for some help. Still looking for help. Goldsmith has it on the shoulder, guarded by Morrison. Got to watch the 5-second count. Now bounces out to Mayo. Scoreboard malfunction as the score is not correct for the guest. And I think he blew the buzzer there just to get the attention of the refs. And he changed the wrong score there. So we get this timeout here. Give you a second here to let you know that high school sports wouldn't be possible on the score without Central Maine Community College. More than a community college, over 40 academic degrees, certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Also, Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Scoreboard correct there, 41-16. Lawrence on top, 5:55 to go. Messalonskee balls a reset here after the scoreboard malfunction into Mayo about the timeline. Looking for help. Lexus Bain comes out the top of the key. She's guarded by Gray. Looking for help. Got to watch the 5-second count. Got to be getting close. That one deflected by Elkins, but Ventimiglia gets it, thinks about it, might have got away with a walk, throws that one up, misses everything. Provost had it initially, taken away from her. Bounce pass to Ventimiglia, high off the glass again. Everything is missed, and Morrison gets it. Provost, baseball pass to Gray. Gray's got Elkins, throws it over to her in the paint, through some contact, leaves that one short, maybe got a piece of it. Mayo initially gets the rebound, and then Elkins reaches in, forces the tie-up. And that is a big tie-up because Messalonskee got a stop. Instead, now it goes over the Bulldogs on the jump ball. Provost inbounding to the right of her own basket. Up to Morrison inside the three-point line. Provost gets a pin-down screen. 3 in. Just rudimentary for her there. That's simple, easy to play. Toss it in, get a screen catch, 44-16 Lawrence. Mullen drives into the free throw line, stops, picks up her dribble. Needs help, Shore's guarding her, hand off to Mayo. Now down in the corner, Goldsmith. Goldsmith looking for a quarter. Lex Spain trying to post up there. Can't do it. Goldsmith dribbles into the paint, kick out there. Mayo can't do anything with it. Tries to throw it there, then through the legs to Ventimiglia. Draws the contact and to go to the line. That was the craziest pass I've ever seen. The foul is going to go against Morrison. That pass found its way to Ventimiglia, but I believe it was supposed to go to Goldsmith. Instead, it goes through her legs. Ventimiglia is able to draw the foul on Morrison as that one is up and off the rim. So Morrison picks up her second. Ventimiglia's second free throw on the way. Makes the adjustment there and puts that one in. She's got 3. Substitution here. Ventimiglia takes a seat, and checking back in is Hansen, the freshman. Substitutions here for Lawrence. Shore sits down with Minahan. Gray also sits down. That's Pellerin checks in. Provost handles in the backcourt. Sees pressure from Mayo. Provost gets it into the timeline. Picks up her dribble, now needs help. Elkins cutting, gets it, and gets away with a travel there. She hesitated. Right call there, turnover Bulldogs. Token pressure there from Messalonskee. Kind of just gunked things up there, and they're able to force a turnover. Just the 6 from Lawrence. Mullen steps across half court. Her team trailing 44-17. 4:30 here to go in the third. Mullen centers up at the timeline. They run some action down below the basket. No one comes open. Mayo V-cut in. Now to Goldsmith in the corner. Guarded by Morrison. She dribbles baseline there, lowers the shoulder, bounce pass out. That one taken away by Elkins. Elkins pressured, picks up a dribble, skip pass. Morrison turns around into Provost, wide open in the middle. Nobody there, and that is not going to get any easier. Now she ties for the team high 14 with Gray. She's got 5 in this quarter. Cannot lose number 1 for Lawrence, no matter what. Mullen dribbles, backs out near the half-court logo. Picks up a screen from Goldsmith. Tries to turn a corner baseline. Nice bounce pass over there. Easy shot for Madison Wilson in for the first time, who was all by herself under the hoop. She's got her first basket. 46-19, Lawrence on top. Provost calls out the offense, gets a screen from Morrison, and they're going to get Morrison, I think, for not set feet. Yep, that's her third foul, offensive turnover. And that one, Morrison, I think, set, but then kind of turned as the contact came, and that's what she gets busted for. Mayo and Goldsmith sit down. Hafford and DeRoseby in for the Eagles. Mullen steps across half court. 3:27 to go in the third. 46-19, Lawrence on top. Hafford got at the shoulder. Out to DeRoseby at the timeline. She's guarded by Provost. Now dribbles in the paint, draws a double team. Hafford there, gets it on the weave. She steps in, skips over to Mullen. Mullen thinks about it now, lets it go. That one just a little bit too strong. Fight for the rebound. Pellerin had it off her foot, and it's going to stay with Messalonskee. Cole and Shores check in for the Bulldogs, sitting down. Elkins and Morrison. A little bit smaller lineup here for Lawrence. No true centers. Both Gray and Morrison are sitting. Hanson's got an inbound. Had to Roseby. Didn't pull the brakes. Now trying to find something underneath. Bounce past Hafford. Tracks that down at the shoulder. Got to regather a dribble now. Looking for help. And shuffled her feet. And that's going to be a turnover on the Eagles. Number 3 this quarter. Number 18 on the game. Provost steps across half court. Over to Minahan on the shoulder, looking down low to Cole. Cole kicks it out. Minahan's going to let the top of the key 3 fly. That one off the side of the rim. Fight for the rebound. Provost finally tracks it down. She'll let the corner 3 go. That one's short. Minahan offensive rebound. That one's short. Cole grabs it up off the glass, off the rim, and now finally grabbed by Wilson. She initially got tied up but muscles through it. Messalonskee comes down with the board. Hanson in the front court. Picks up her dribble. Now she's going to get pressure from Minahan. Needs help. Roseby down in the corner. Drives baseline on Provost, gets underneath, slides there, tries to bounce it to Wilson. Wilson turns around up off the glass, misses everything. A little bit of contact there. Provost skip past Minahan in front of everybody, gathers, lays it up and in. One thing you can be guaranteed, Provost has worked very hard to make sure to keep her head up and keep that transition going, and had a great mentor last year at Hope Bouchard. Tick down to 2 minutes left in the third. It's 48-19 Lawrence. Roseby picks up her dribble on the shoulder, needs help. Pivot, now bounce to Hafford. Hafford looking for a cutter, now she'll dribble. Now she picks up her dribble right shoulder. Wilson popped open for a second, couldn't get it to her. Needs help, bounce down to the corner, that's deflected, but Hanson able to gather it for the Eagles. DeRoseby's got it at the timeline. Looking for some help, looking for some cuts, bounce past to Mullen. Mullen backs up, she's guarded by Shores. Wilson comes to get it at the free throw line, out to DeRoseby, the shoulder. Guarded by Provost. Needs help. Now dribbles ahead, she traveled. Yeah, she took that step before she put the ball on the deck. 19 turnovers for the Eagles. Provost takes his seat. Gray back in. 1:25 here to go. Lawrence on top, 48-19. 1:25 to go in the third. Minahan skip past the Shores. Now going to go to Gray all by herself. Up, easy. Gray kind of just left alone there for a second, turn around, and by the time defense showed up, she was able to get that up off the glass. 50-19, Lawrence on top. Dribbling here's Wills. She gets into the paint, stops at the free throw line, picks up her dribble, skips it out to Hafford. Bounce pass back to Wills, inside the three-point line, looking for help. Hands off to Hafford. Hafford now drives baseline, cut off there. Tough shot there off the rim. Minahan comes down with a rebound. Minahan skip pass up to Gray. Gray into the paint, off the glass, rolls around and in. She's got 18. Messalonskee dribbles in the front court, 52-19, 36 seconds left in the third. Mullen gives it up to Hafford. Bounce pass down to Hanson in the corner. Pressure there by Minahan. Looking for a cutter, nothing doing there. Now she dribbles back out towards half court. That one almost stolen by Cole. Wills ends up with it. That one deflected, now taken away by Shores. Shores out ahead of the pack, able to easily get to the glass and lay it in. She's got 8. 54-19, Lawrence on top. Messalonskee going to go 3, 2, Mullen, skip pass through contacts, able to draw the foul, and no, she's not. That one is a charge. That one goes against Mullen, and it goes the other way, and that's just unfortunately how it's gone today for the Eagles. Stops the clock with 0.7 left. Shore's going to inbound. Whoever gets it going to have to quickly crank this one towards the hoop. Baseball pass towards Minahan. Hafford catches that one, so call it a turnover. But that is how the third quarter comes to an end. 54-19, Lawrence in firm control as we head to the final period here. Back in Oakland for the last period, Lawrence on top on the score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Back for the final period here in Oakland. Lawrence in firm command of the season opener on the road against the Messalonskee Eagles, 54-19. 21 total turnovers from Messalonskee through 3. We start the final corner. Messalonskee's going to have the ball. Will's going to inbound. Mullen back there with her. Also got Hafford, Hanson, and I believe that's Hascom down low. Hafford handling here at the timeline. Looking to try and get it to Hascom. Can't. Now dribbles, crosses over, gets some space in the paint, cut off there by Peller. Now gets it back out to Wills. Wills gets it over to Hanson. Hanson dribbling on the shoulder. Now steps close to the three-point line, trying to get it down low. Instead, she drives towards the baseline, keeps the dribble, cut off there. Got to watch the 5-second count, looking for a cutter. Now really has to watch the 5-second count. Has to get it up, finally does the Wills. Hafford cutting all by herself to the basket, lays it up and in. A little bit of a panic mode there, but Hafford able to cut towards the basket, pick up her first bucket. Minahan goes down Broadway through contact. That one tipped around, and Hanson comes up with a rebound. A little bit of contact Minahan went through. Hanson stops top of the key, thought about the shot. A little bit slow to get that one up. Mullen's got it on the shoulder. Skipped over to Wills. Wills on the shoulder looking for help. Mullen comes to get at the top of the key. She's guarded by Shores. Over to Hanson. Wills ends up on her butt after trying to set a screen. Hafford comes to get it. She's got it top of the key. Now they just pass around the perimeter, trying to find something down low. Nothing doing. Now Wills dribbles, gets to the free throw line, tries to spin there, cut off. Now loose on the ground. And we're going to get, I believe, a 3-second call here. Another turnover on Messo. Maeo's going to check in as Hanson sits down. Wills sits down as well as Ventimiglia checks back in. Provost back in for Lawrence. Also checking in for the first time, Casey Ross, the sophomore, number 40. Minahan gets it in from Provost. Provost gets it back. Provost stops the timeline, over to Shores, looking down to Ross. Nice play there by Hafford. Knocks that one away. Turnover on the Bulldogs. Ventimiglia in the paint, kicks it back out. Hafford got it top of the key, crossover there into the paint. Throws it over the corner. Shot on the way. Short. Excuse me, that was Hafford. It came from Mayo. But rebound picked up there by Minahan. Had Shores way ahead of everybody. Now she's going to try to. Mullen gets a piece of it and finally able to track it down. That pass just came a little too late. Another Bulldogs turnover. 6 minutes to go. It's 54-21. Lawrence on top. Mullen dribbling on the timeline. Over to Ventimiglia. She's got it at the shoulder. Hanson comes off a screen at the free throw line. Bounce it in there. Minahan pokes at it. Able to come away with the turnover. Over to Shores. Stop. Jumper. And just a skilled basketball team. Shores now finds herself in double digits as that makes it 56-21. Lawrence on top. 5:30 to go. Over to the corner, Ventimiglia looking down low for Mayo, cut off there. Now she's going to dribble into the paint. That one poked away by Minahan, finds it side to Hafford. Hafford up and under, move, and it rolls all the way around and out. Ross picks up the rebound, gets it to Provost. Provost half court, bounce pass to Gray, a little bit too far ahead, tipped away by Mayo, still finds its way to Gray, and she puts it up and in, and we get a timeout here from Lawrence. That one a little bit luck, but sometimes better to be lucky than good. Provost bounce pass just a little bit out in front of Gray, but I believe it's Mayo smacked it, and in doing so kind of scrambled loose and then pops up to the tallest player who's able to grab it, put it in. She's got 20. She leads all scores and has been awesome in all facets of the game. You don't want to take any shine away. Of course, Provost has been big as well. A bunch of assists. They've all played great defense. I mean, this team defense from Lawrence is going to be vicious all season long. Reset of the score here for you, brought to you by Mid-State Machine as we are in just about 5 minutes to go. It's 58-21, telling all those leading scores. That's your score reset, brought to you by Mid-State Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Also, thanks Casella Waste for your residential and commercial trash pickup. So Messalonskee is going to have to go down a setup on their own side of the court, but on a made basket, they're going to, of course, have to inbound. So running back to inbound is Mayo, and Ventimiglia is going to come and grab it. Heading to the scores table for Lawrence is Morrison. Ventimiglia gets to the shoulder, keeps her dribble, now picks it up, trying to find a cutting Hansen, can't. Now to Hansen in the corner, that gets poked away, and that was J.C. Elkins in for the first time for Lawrence, forcing another turnover. She's handling the ball here, gets caught, now throws it up high to Provost, who thought about a shot, gets cut off, now down to Ross. Ross in some trouble here. Bounce pass out to Provost, taken away by Ventimiglia. Ventimiglia pushes up the left side, maybe got away with a little bit of a shove there. Trailing Mullen's going to pop the three-pointer, in and out. Rebound there to Gray. Gray's going to dribble out of traffic looking for Elkins. That's Kaylee, and Kaylee runs into some traffic and takes a few extra steps. Morrison checks in. Gray sits down. I imagine her night's done. Bain checks in. Ventimiglia sits down for the Eagles. 58-21, 4:32 here to go. So not to be confused, Kaylee Elkins, number 10, playing with sister J.C. Elkins, number 12. Mayo handling here. Going to go from the shoulder to top of the key. Goldsmith comes out to get it on the left shoulder. She's guarded by Ross. Needs to watch the 5-second count. Over to Mayo in the corner, who's going to pull it out. Now crosses over, spin move into the paint, gathers there. That one blocked by Morrison. Bain right there to clean up the offensive rebound and put it in. Bain's got 4. Provost easily into the free throw line, pops it, rims around, and drops it down. She's got 16. 60-23, Lawrence on top as we tick under 4 minutes, 3:48 to go. Mullen handles at the timeline. Dribbles over to the right. Bain open. Drops it off there. Nice job. Goldsmith sets the screen and rolls, and she able to easily lay that one in. She's got a team-high 7. 3:30 to go. Elkins going to bring it up. Kaylee Elkins for the Bulldogs. Goes against Mullins. Hands off to J.C. Skips over to Provost at the timeline. Guarded by Mayo. Gets her off balance, but picks up her dribble. Tries to force it to Morrison. Gets deflected to Ross. Ross regathers. Loses her balance. That one tipped by Bain, but finds the Morrison. Back down to Ross. And that one deflected by Goldsmith, but I think they're going to get her for a hold on the back. And they do. Nice deflection there, but aided by the fact she had a hand around Ross's waist. Clearing of the benches here for Lawrence. Provost takes a seat. Morrison and Kaylee Elkins sit down. Checking in is Kira Day, Natalie Pelletier, and then Taylor Pellerin. Here, wide open three-pointer on the way. Bank is open. That is in for Natalie Pelletier. Comes in and hits a bucket. 63-25, under 3 to go here for Lawrence on top. Messalonskee ball into Bain. Bain post up, skip pass. And we're going to get 3 seconds in the lane. Bain threw it away, or threw it out, but did not get out of the lane quick enough. Another Eagles turnover. Roseby checks in as Hansen sits down for the Eagles. Pellerin, the junior most seasoned of the group, does the ball handling here. Going to get a screen here. Kicks it over the corner. That's Day. Day's going to dribble it out. Pressure there by Mayo. That one poked away. Gathers before it goes over half court. Skip pass there. Bain pokes that one away, but it's going to stay with Lawrence. 2:33 to go. 63-25, Lawrence on top. Dangerous pass there. Bain pokes that one. That one able to recover, though, by Day. She dribbles here on the timeline. Now picks up a dribble, needs help. That one over to Pelletier. And that time, Bain going for another one. Can't quite get it, and in fact, gets called for the contact. So it's going to be near side out of bounds for the Bulldogs. Checking back in, Madison Wilson. Sitting down, Goldsmith for the Eagles. Inbounding for Lawrence, Kira Day. Gets it into Pelletier. Down low, Ross gathers, dribbles too strong off the rim. Nice take there. DeRoseby comes down with the board. 2:17 to go in this one. Mullen steps across half court. Wide open as Mayo gathers. Nice little Euro step. Can't finish, but she draws the foul against Pelletier. Had a wide open 3 there, but a nice job there. Faked the pass. Kind of Euro steps her way to the hoop and now goes to the line for Mayo. Gathers her feet, fires that one off the side of the rim. No good. Now 0 for 3 for the day, still scoreless for Mayo. Dribbles, plants her feet, releases. That one strong off the back, and Ross comes down with the rebound. So it stays 63-25. Taken away, though, by Lawrence, and that ends up in the hands of Madison Wilson, who puts it in. She's got 4. Pressure there's Bain. Pelletier by Bain. They're going to get a bump here. That one ended up in the hands of Bain, but I think they're going to get her for a push. No, excuse me. It's going to go against Wilson. So Wilson, a little bit too much contact. Going to get a late sub here. Madison Wills checks in. Mullen going to take a seat. 1:53 to go in this one. Pellin tried to inbound, bounce past Ross by herself. Gets absolutely hammered in a sandwich there. See who this one's against, but she's easily going to go to the line there. They're going to ultimately hand that one off to Mayo. So Ross goes to the line here. Ducks down. Several dribbles short. Rainbow shot, left it short. See if she can make the adjustment. Gets low with a few power dribbles. Rainbow shot on the end. Too much of adjustment. That's strong off the rim. Going to get deflection between Pellerin and Wilson. I'm going to say off Pellerin. Cole's going to check in. Pellerin sits down. Also, Hafford going to come back in for Messalonskee, and Bain's going to take a seat. $1:51 to go in this one. Lawrence been in control the entire game, and they're going to open their season on what is projected to be a good season for the Bulldogs team, the dominating win. Free throw line, Wilson. Nice move, stops, holds her pivot foot up off the glass, too strong. Rebound loose, bounces around a few times, then finally coming down with his day. Pushes in the front court, stops at the shoulder. Bounce pass down low, Ross cut off with a double team, kicks it back out. Hafford pokes at it and is able to knock it out of bounds, going to stay with Lawrence. Ross a little gimpy there, might have stepped on a foot. She got doubled immediately when she got the ball. Day bounce pass into Ross, gathers at the shoulder, looking to try and get it in. Does to Cole, gets tied up with Wilson. And I think they're going to get Wilson for the foul here. Yep. See, hard to see from this vantage point. Maybe she got some wrist, but it looked like that was a solid tie-up. Either way, that's foul number 5. So Cole is going to go to the line for the Bulldogs for free throws. Spins it in her hand, releases in and out. Free throw shooting, a little bit of a bugaboo for the Bulldogs today. DeRosby sits down. Annabelle Hanscom checks back in. 1:23 to go in this one. Cole gathers, fires. That one off the side of the rim. Wilson comes down with it. So stay 63-27. Wilson taking it all the way. Gets to the hoop, has to regather. Let's go. Hafford dribbles, fires. That one too strong all by herself, though. That one through contact. Can't get it to go down as Ross absolutely swatted Wills, who was all by herself under the basket. So foul shots again here as the pace of this one is really bogged down with some of these fouls. Splash there. That was a rainbow shot, but nonetheless, Will's able to just absolutely rainbow it in. That one too strong. Fight for the loose board. Lawrence comes down with it. Pushing up is Elkins. Stops at the shoulder. Gathers. Throws it down to Ross. Ross kicks it out. Cole's going to let the shoulder three fly. Strong. Fight for the rebound. Tie up there. And we're going to get a jump ball here as Cole got tangled up initially with Wilson and then with Hanscom. And that is going to keep the ball here with the Bulldogs. Elkins going to inbound from the right of her own basket. Toss it for Ross at the free throw line. Elkins gets it in the corner, wide open on the pin down screen, too strong. Will's able to catch that one, push it the other way. 48 seconds left in this one. Wills dribbles the shoulder, keeps the dribble, trying to get it down low. Hafford has to regather, gets double teamed there by Cole, who I think is going to get called for the foul. Nope, they're going to say Day. I think Day tried to pull the rug out from underneath her, but then grabbed on the way down. Side out of bounds, just the third foul this quarter from the Bulldogs. Will's going to take it from the right of her own basket. Looking, trying to get it in, gets it over to the corner to Hafford. Excuse me, that's Hanscom. Now Will's got it on the shoulder. Mayo gets it, gets a screen there. Wills hits the deck hard. Into the corner, skip pass, nobody there as Wills was down, and that's going to be over the back. 5 turnovers this quarter 26 for the game for the Messalonskee Eagles. 26.9 seconds left. Inbounding is Day from the far sideline. Tried to bounce on a Ross kickball by Mayo, so we're going to reset and do it again. And Ross comes and gets it at the shoulder. Looking for Cole. High loft pass tipped away by Wilson. She gets it. Not a nice job there as Ross tried to cut, but a little bit behind her. Ross hits the deck. We're going to get a tie-up and a jump ball, and this one should go the Eagles' way. I like the idea there. As Ross was all by herself, she wasn't going to take the three. Messalonskee doubled Cole, and you had a chance there to feed her back door for a sweet layup, but just a little bit behind her. Mayo throws in Wilson at the free throw line. Shot fake, looking down low, bounce past Mayo, but she's got to pull it out. There again, trying to find Hanscom, and cannot save that. Another over and back for Messalonskee. It's just miscommunication here as both teams have cleared out the benches. That stops the clock with just 5.2 left. Inbound here from Day. Bounce past the Cole. That one's knocked away by Wills. So State Lawrence ball as they're going to move basically almost to the, not quite to the coffin corner. Day's got an inbound here, 4.7. High pass to Ross goes through her hands. Elkin's able to track it down. That one tossed up. That one's going to roll, but the clock's going to expire, so it's not going to matter. Lawrence dominates wire to wire. 63-28 the final score. We will tally up the numbers and figure out who exactly is going to be our score player of the game when we come back. 63-28 final here. Lawrence beats Messalonskee on the score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Final score in this one, Lawrence beats Messalonskee 63-28. Coach Chesley here, Lawrence Bulldogs here. And Coach, contributions from everybody. I know Mike Violet not here for the game, but I'm sure you're familiar. He's a big fan of number one on your team. But I thought really impressive from your team. I think just the comfort level of your defense ball handling. I think one of the things you always watch from ball handlers, especially at this level, keep your head up on those transition, and you guys made a killing on that today.
Yeah, I mean, we really ran the ball well last year. You know, a big part of our state championship run was how well we got out in transition. And we didn't want to change that this year. We want to still be a transition team and get up and down. And number one on our team, Maddie Provost, I think most people are a fan of hers.
Yeah, I mean, she's just a gamer. Even if you don't cheer for Lawrence, she just loves the game. Anybody's got a chance to talk to her. And I know I don't want to take anything away, but you guys did lose a lot of talent from last year's team. Notably, of course, another Mike Violet favorite, Hope Bouchard. So what was that like in sort of retooling, if I could say? Because obviously you kind of retooled the backcourt. You lost a lot of that rotation. Poulin obviously was big for you guys last year, especially in that matchup with Gardner. So you kind of revamping the post. You kind of retooling the starting lineup. What is that like this year for a team that expectations are not any smaller?
Yeah, I mean, last year, these 8 that returned, they got quite a bit of time last year during the regular season. In our last 2 games against Gardner and Brunswick, a lot of them didn't get much time, but they got a lot of time, and they battled those 5 seniors every day in practice. That I think was probably helped these girls more now than anything else they did on the court. You know, what we've just said right from the beginning is, you know, last year's gone.
Yeah.
We got a target on us now from winning it last year.
Yeah.
But what we really have is a blueprint on how to do it. Taking, you know, taking a page out of Hope Bouchard's book and really being just a quiet leader who goes out there and gets it done. And, we really are striving to be, what we were last year, just a hard-nosed team that went out and played good defense and ran, got up and down the court.
How much, we of course speculate a lot, and I'm sure Mike got a chance to talk to you, but how vital was it for Madeline Provost to have Hope Bouchard last year as kind of a mentor? Because she, of course, I think any given night, no one would deny, put up 30. But I think you see, especially in this first game, so focused, I think, on making sure her teammates get involved. And especially Gray had a great game. She finished with 20. Madeline, of course, a big factor in that, looking for her.
Yeah, I mean, I think getting that tutelage under Hope last year was just something that, we'll never know how much it means, but they're two very similar kids. They're both more concerned with their teammates than themselves. Yeah. They love making that pass more than they care about hitting that shot. Hope scored big last year, and Maddie, I don't know how many she had tonight, but she will score 16. 16. That's not too
It's a good night. It's a good night.
and she will have big nights tonight. We didn't need her to have 30 tonight.
Yeah.
But she's capable any night of going out and getting 20 plus. So.
Yeah, you got a good, like I said, the expectations are not any shallower this season. You got a good squad. Congratulations, Coach. Big win. Defense was great, 27 turnovers forced. I'm sure is a number you care a lot about.
I thought our defense was good. We got up in passing lanes, and our pressure in the first half, we got a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
Kaylee Elkins ran the floor
Yes.
super well. There aren't many kids in the KVAC who can keep up with her in the open court super fast. So, I was very pleased.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats again. I think it's going to be another good season. We'll talk to you some more, I'm sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
63-28, Lawrence gets the win. A couple of numbers here for you before we say so long. Post-game brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees where cars and trucks cost you less, online at cmautogroup.com. Tough call. I think she's going to get it a lot this season for Lawrence. Tough call. You could certainly pick Madeline Provost, a bunch of assists, cleaned up the glass, very good defensively. But I think we're going to give it to Gray, who was just so big, and I think having that stopper behind and then, of course, being the leading scorer helps. For Lawrence, for our score player of the game, I think an easy call to give it to Lily Gray, who finishes with 20, game high. Provost does have a good night. She finishes with 16, and then in double figures as well, Ashley Shores, who hit 10 for Lawrence. That's her 63. On the other side, high score Goldsmith for Messalonskee. She finished with 7. Got a few others that finished with 4, which includes Mullen, Bain, and then Wilson as well. But just a rough night. 27-13 turnovers. Messalonskee gives up, and including 10 in the first quarter, which opened up that 20-7 lead, or allowed Lawrence to do so. And then just the pace, the pressure was relentless. Messalonskee finds some spurts of offense here and there, but just against that defense could not do so. And again, this Lawrence team has size, has skill, has speed, obviously, and has defensive pressure. Even after winning a state championship last year and losing the talent they did, expectations are sky high, and you saw why again today. That leads all to a final score, 63-28 in the season opener. Lawrence wins comfortably, dominates from wire to wire, and we have kicked off our season in full swing. Big thanks, Mike Violet, who not here for this one, but of course was here for this weekend. Shawn Packard, our camera crew, running for both games. Big thanks to him as well. And we will see you. Check out the season schedule to see where we're going to be all season. CentralMaineSports.com, 1160thescore.com, and all of it, of course, Central Maine Sports on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. That'll do it for us. Final score here, Lawrence 63, Messalonskee 28.
Thanks for tuning in to The Score. In case you don't want to miss the next one, subscribe, like, and hit the bell to stay informed. This is the place for free local high school sports, The Score. And it's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Computer Improvements, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste.